Welcome back to Adventure Awaits with RJ and Heather. We're so glad you joined us today. As we traveled across the country and witnessed all of the beautiful sights throughout the U.S., we couldn't help but reflect on our lifestyle in California. We've talked about leaving the state before, and in today's video, we're sharing the bold steps we're taking towards being closer to our dreams of adventuring through nature.
So, we are here today with some crazy news. What is it, babe?
So, what we're doing is we are clearing out our house, and we are gonna be giving our house to the new owners that bought it. Not giving it, but you know what I mean. As you can see, the house is getting cleaned out. The new owners said that they wanted us to leave this. They said they loved it.
Which is funny because I told RJ he needs to take that down and no one's gonna like it. And sure enough, this is the room they fell in love with in our house. So, in their house.
In their house.
No longer our house, y'all.
Our washer and dryer are now gone. They didn't want them.
Goodbye, house. So we're out of this house. We are now going to be living in our tiny home full time. So stay posted. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we sold our house.
We're going to sell our house?
We're not selling this house.
Oh.
This is our house now.
Wait, we live in this?
Yeah, we live in this full time now.
What?
Yeah. Guys, we're here to tell you that we live in this full time now.
We live in this full time now. It is news to me too.
You're such a goober. So we're living in the tiny house full time.
When you're downsizing, you have to get rid of a lot of stuff. But here's the catch. Is that when you let go of a lot of stuff, you end up having to choose the stuff that you love and that you really like. And then you get that stuff that you really like and you really love or has a great purpose. So
I got rid of a lot of clothes by doing that. Like, cause sometimes there's stuff in your closet that you haven't worn in like years, but you like the way it looks.
She had a lot of stuff that she hasn't worn for years.
In the middle of moving from our house to our tiny house, RJ built one of those.
Oh, carport tent.
And
oh my goodness.
As you can see in this picture,
that is completely destroyed. I came here and I saw it like ripped apart, and I was like, you know what? I just need to start moving the stuff into shipping container storage unit. The thing started flipping up in the air and was about to flip over onto the truck, and it was like 20-something feet long of metal, and it would have made some good damage to the truck, and I don't want that to happen. So I literally grabbed onto it, and I felt like, what's that one Disney movie where she comes down on the umbrella?
Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I literally felt like Mary Poppins reversed. Like the wind was trying to take me up in the air, and I was holding onto this thing, and it was pulling me up like this, and I had my whole body weight just wrapped around one of these poles.
Seeing all the stuff that we had in that storage tent just made me realize how much we don't need.
Yeah.
Like, I go out to the storage shed to get the vacuum, to vacuum in here.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, we don't need all of that.
No.
Moving from 1,600 square feet to 156 square feet has definitely brought some challenges.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely some challenges.
What's your biggest challenge?
Trying to get someone to get on a path of organization and consistency of organization.
Who's that?
Must be Rocket, our dog.
No, I am not as organized as RJ. So living in a tiny space.
Not as organized as me? Is that the way we're going to put it?
I'm not organized too much at all. I've had to be a lot more organized. living in the tiny space, which I'm really grateful that RJ is an organization guru and he's able to help me with that. Um, so I'm really grateful for that. That has made this journey a little easier, and day by day just trying to figure out what should go where and exactly why it should go there with like a meaning behind that, and just retraining your brain. If you're not an organized person, you cannot live in a tiny space if you're not organized. So that is something to keep in mind.
You can.
But it would be chaos.
It would definitely be chaos.
And you don't want chaos. Are there any challenges that you have had since we've lived in here?
I don't think that there has been any challenges in here besides just the organization of stuff.
Sometimes when it's windy out, it blows our trailer, but
yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's the worst. I mean, we have a smaller fridge, so sometimes putting everything in the fridge is not as easy.
Having a smaller fridge helps us with being able to actually, like, go through what we need to, because if you don't eat the stuff inside your fridge, it's going to go bad. And only having a certain amount of room, you have to eat it or get rid of it. So we obviously eat it.
Now that we've told you about some of the challenges of living in our tiny home, we want to go into the benefits, because there's quite a few benefits of living in the tiny home. What's the first one, babe?
So the benefit of living in the tiny home: small fridge.
We get to eat through our food a lot faster, and make sure that there's less waste.
Going tiny helps with saving money.
Yes.
Going tiny helps with your mindset over what you do need and don't need in life. And it helps you realize what truly makes you happy and where you want to go.
Sometimes when we go to Costco or go to the store, we'd be like, wow, this is really cool. We need this.
But we didn't.
Yeah, we definitely didn't.
No.
And now that we have a smaller place, there's a lot of things that we can't say, oh yeah, we need this. You really, really need to think about, do I really need this? Is there going to be a place for it? How is this going to add value to my life and to my small home?
So how is that a good thing? Some people might think that that's a bad thing, but how is that a good thing?
It makes you realize what you have and use what you have. Like, at our old house, I probably had over 20 candles. And I did bring some candles with us.
But you hardly ever used them.
Yeah, I didn't use any of the candles. But now that we have a smaller place, I use the candles that we have, and it makes me happy to smell those candles.
So it's not only the fact that you're actually getting to have the stuff that you love, but it's also the fact that you're actually using the stuff you love now, because a lot of times I'm pretty sure it would be the same for you guys too, because it was definitely for us, is the fact that you buy all the stuff and you forget about most of that stuff and you hardly ever use it. But when you buy something and it means something more to you now, you end up using it more. Or even if you get rid of all the other stuff, it makes it easier to find it, and you know that it's there because you have less stuff that you're thinking about, and you end up using the stuff that you'd really love. And it ends up being a blessing in disguise.
Absolutely. Another benefit of going tiny is we're going through a lot less trash. With only having 156 square feet and a smaller fridge, we need to be really selective about the foods that we buy, as well as the things that we buy and the trash that we go through.
Yeah. The trash that we go through has been a lot less because we are not wasting stuff, like Heather was saying. So I feel like we're doing a small part of trying to use less stuff that is actually affecting our environment from all different sorts of ways. In the longer run, we keep going more and more green, and can be able to bring you guys along with that too. It'd be very enjoyable for me.
We are also using significantly less water.
We do have 5 and 7 gallon buckets. We have a couple of them, and those actually go towards our sink for stuff as doing dishes, brushing our teeth, washing our hands. We have a bucket in the bathroom that we use for showering that has a pump that filters through it. We have the 5-gallon buckets that are outside for the chickens, for the rabbits, and for the dogs. Majority of the water that we use very sparingly compared to the house. We end up using a lot more water, and I feel like it's better for the environment to use up less water, especially wasting water compared to how most people do. Also, including our bathroom, we end up using no water in our bathroom. None. And our showers have gone significantly shorter than what we would at the house. And the way that we wash dishes is significantly less. The way that we even brush our teeth is significantly less water.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a lot more water conscious, which is awesome.
Absolutely, especially where we're moving next. We don't know if there'll be a well. We don't know if we'll have to bring in water on our truck.
Or rainwater and filter it out.
Yeah, we're not sure yet. So we'll see. RJ mentioned our toilet. We don't have water in our toilet.
Nope.
We have a composting toilet.
Yep.
We had really considered getting the Nature's Head composting toilet, but it was back ordered. And we were like, you know what? Why don't we just give it a shot? RJ is really handy, so he built us our own toilet.
I was nervous about it. I think I could have designed the the box for it a little bit better.
We do really enjoy our composting toilet.
Yeah.
The thing that's cool about a composting toilet is your liquids, your waste.
It has a pee diverter.
It's separated. That's normally what causes a lot of the stench.
Yeah. So we end up putting peat moss on top of our
Poo.
number 2 so that we can say deuces and the stench don't come around here. We got a little fan inside there that sucks it out and blows it outside for the little tiny bit of stench that does come up from it. And so we don't smell anything. There's just a little fan that runs, and it's...
Nicely.
If you do a composting toilet, make sure you get that little tiny fan.
Yes.
100.
Johnny Composting Toilets. Etsy.
It comes in as a kit. And
Bottom line, we are really enjoying living in our tiny home. It's made us realize what we do and don't need. And it's also helped us come a little closer together because there's not other rooms where we can just kind of go hang out in.
Interesting. When you have more space, you can kind of just like go away from the other person. And it's kind of like I enjoy being around her more now.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoy being around me, Mo. So with going tiny, normally people will travel around in their vans or in their, I don't know, cargo trailer conversions. Mm-hmm. But we're a little different. We are still grounded here in California. Literally grounded.
Yeah, we're grounded.
Literally. A teacher, so I'm finishing out my job until, we're done in June, and then we are going to be on our way out of California. We might take another trip or two. Yeah, you excited? You just can't wait to truck on out of here?
Yeah, like a train.
And one of the biggest reasons for us to sell our home and live in the tiny home for a while is we want to be mortgage free.
Debt free.
Debt free. Living in California these next couple months, we'll still be making our salaries, but we'll be able to apply everything that we would have applied to the mortgage to our debt
credit cards, and just be able to watch that balance go down and down and down. So that's what we're going to be the most excited for, is seeing all of our debt just disappear. Mm-hmm. And what we made off the house to be able to take it over and buy the new property and be able to be debt-free, mortgage-free, and be able to start fresh with like no debt.
No debt. That's what our goal is.
Yeah.
And RJ said buying property. We're not sure if we're going to buy property or
a house with some property.
But we definitely need something where there's space and trees. So if you have any recommendations for any states that we should check out, we would love to hear from you.
Comment down below and let us know which states you think we should visit, and double check list and possibly be where we move to. And if you haven't already,
we'd love for you to subscribe, to follow along on our adventures. And we just want to make a community out of our journey. And we'd love to hear from you. We love it when you comment on our videos and share with us.
And we're excited for you to come along with us for our adventure that awaits.
And if you are subscribed already, thank you so much. Please click on that bell so you can be notified of our new videos that we're posting. Our video next week is going to be the improvements that we've done to our tiny home, because living in this full time, we want to make sure that we're as comfortable as we can be.
There's little tricks and hints that we'll be having along this journey. New ones every so often that we're popping up and showing you guys so that you can join on in and be able to get as much as you can from us. And we're hoping to get as much as we can from you too. So please leave us any comments that you can and let us know if you think there's anything else better that we could do. We would love to hear from you guys. And if you like this video, go ahead down below and hit that like button.
We'll see y'all next time.